The Del Oro Beak presents the DO Sports Report with Tucker Fader and AJ Newby.
Hey Eagles, this is the Del Oro Sports Report. I'm Tucker Fader.
And I'm AJ Newby. Well, let's get started.
What, no cheesy pun this week?
Yeah, I'm all out of Eagle puns. Anyways, volleyball has 2 games left before playoffs, and they will play at Roseville before coming home to play Wood Creek in their regular season finale. So good luck, girls.
Last Friday was a game to remember once again as Del Oro dominated Granite Bay for its 3rd consecutive win against the Grizzlies. This is the first time since the school's opening that Granite Bay has been defeated 3 years in a row by the same team. This accomplishment for the Eagles was not easily achieved. Both teams battled it out, and by the end of the first quarter, there was no score. However, shortly after the second quarter began, Granite Bay scored and later followed it up with another unanswered touchdown. Just when things were starting to look bad, Bobby Hetherington fired a 55-yard touchdown pass to Russell Smith just before half to bring the score to 7-14. Shortly after the half, Bobby threw another bullet to DT for a 26-yard touchdown to tie it up. After exchanging scores, Nick O'Sullivan scored the go-ahead touchdown on a 5-yard run set up by Brandon Monroe's 85-yard kick return. Final score was a 28-24 victory for the Eagles.
That was definitely a fun game to watch, Tucker, and this game should be fun as well, because it's finally homecoming week. This week, the football team will take on Roseville in an attempt to continue a 6-game winning streak. Roseville is 5-3 and averages 38.8 points a game against Del Oro's 7-1 record and 42.9 average.
Well, that should be a great game. Don't forget, winter sports start in a week, so get yourselves cleared. Before we end things, let's take a moment to look back on the illustrious IndyCar racing career of Dan Weldon, who passed away in a terrible crash this past weekend. With this story's field reporter, Matt Steelman.
On October 16th, the 2011 IndyCar season came to a close with the inaugural race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All eyes were on 2 men, Will Power and Dario Franchitti. The two would battle for the title on a track made for NASCAR stock cars, which are much slower and heavier. But on lap 12, this enormous crash occurred in turns 1 and 2, involving 15 of the 34 cars.
Trouble contact and a huge crash. Up in turn number 2. Oh, multiple cars involved. Oh, my. It looks like Dan Weldon may be involved in it.
At first, all the focus was on Will Power, who was involved in the wreck. His run for the title was over. But after a 2-hour red flag, it was announced to the fans and the drivers that Dan Weldon, the 2005 champion, had lost his life in the crash. The sport was devastated along with the motorsports community. Weldon was one of IndyCar's brightest stars with a large fan following and 2 Indy 500 wins under his belt, including this year's wild finish.
Finish second here, twice here they come again through the final 2 corners. J.R. Hildebrand. Careful of traffic. He's got to get around the lap. Traffic. What the gear? No! He hit the wall! Just like Thomas Schaefer! Keeps their foot on the gas. Dan Weldon is going to win the race! That is unbelievable.
His death was felt in all the drivers. After the race was cancelled after only 12 laps, the drivers did a 5-lap tribute to Weldon with his number on top of the scoring pylon. Dan Weldon was only 33 years old.
Wow, that truly is a tragedy.
And that about wraps things up for the week. For the Beak, I'm Tucker Fader.
And I'm AJ Newby. Hey, Tucker, wouldn't you say we're a pretty talented team?
Oh, God.
The Del Oro Beak presents the DO Sports Report with Tucker Fader and AJ Newby.